If you walk into a pet store today, you will see rows of bright yellow, orange, and red canaries singing beautiful, complex melodies. They look like the ultimate carefree house pet. But a century ago, this tiny bird was the only thing standing between thousands of men and a silent, invisible death. I'm going to show you why the canary's famous voice is biologically impossible for a human to replicate, why their bright red feathers are actually a lie, and the dark history of the coal mine bird. First, let's talk about that voice. When a human sings, we use our larynx, pushing air over a single set of vocal cords. The canary has a completely different piece of hardware called a syrinx. The syrinx is located at the very bottom of the bird's windpipe, right where it splits into the two lungs. Because it sits at this fork, the male canary can control the muscles on the left and right sides of the syrinx entirely independently. This means a canary can literally sing two different notes at the exact same time. They can even take micro breaths between rapidly vibrating notes, allowing them to produce a continuous, unbroken song that lasts for minutes. They are living, breathing synthesizers. But the very respiratory system that makes them such incredible singers is exactly what made them the perfect victims for the coal industry. A bird's respiratory system is hyper-efficient. Unlike humans, who only absorb oxygen when we breathe in, birds absorb air on both the inhale and the exhale. Because of this, and their incredibly fast metabolism, they absorb toxic gases much faster than a human. In the early 1900s, coal miners faced the constant threat of carbon monoxide, an odorless, colorless gas that is highly lethal. To survive, miners carried a single canary in a small cage down into the pitch-black tunnels. The men would listen to the bird sing as they worked. If the bird suddenly stopped singing, swayed, and fell off its perch, the miners knew the invisible gas was leaking in. The bird was the ultimate early warning alarm. Some miners grew so attached to their birds that they invented special revival cages. These were sealed glass boxes with a small oxygen tank attached. If the canary passed out, they would close the glass door, open the oxygen valve, and revive the bird so it could live to sing another day. Today, they are safe in our living rooms, but they still hide a secret: their colors. If you buy a highly prized red factor canary, you might be surprised after a few months when it starts turning yellow. Red canaries are a man-made hybrid, and their color is entirely dependent on their diet. If you do not feed them specialized foods rich in beta-carotene, like carrots, paprika, and supplements, while they are molting, their new feathers will simply grow in a pale, washed-out yellow. So, the canary is a biological marvel. It harmonizes with itself, it relies on carrots to stay red, and it is an undisputed hero of the Industrial Revolution. If you want to sing the praises of more wild facts, make sure to hit that subscribe button.